short word from me, and then I'm going to make my view. So, guys, this is our LCM meeting. I'm telling this in like fifth time. So the idea of AI LCM is we at Rebus AI, we are a for-profit lab, and we are studying what is happening around the AI landscape all the time. And the majestic thing about the AI revolution is there is a lot of tools that people can use. And when you're trying to uh, study these tools, you just go to the Google. A lot of people who claim they can teach you how to do it for money, they immediately fall on you on the Google. So we decided the positive thing we can do is to help creators to use the AI tools because we have basically the knowledge about it and know a lot of people who know about them a lot, knows a lot of common knowledge. So we started the AI Alchemy. The idea of AI Alchemy is that we share freely with all the creators now knowledge about the AI tools. We invite the domain experts who are working with actual AI tools and they speak about their experience, their favorite instrument. And the most important thing is what the AI tools can and what they cannot do. And today we are speaking about the product management with Tom. Tom, I hope you will emphasize how product management is generally important in the revolution. So I'm giving my to you. And
Thank you. Yeah.
you want to say something, Tom?
Um, Thank you. So it's a beautiful day because today we will consider product managers as creators. It's a big step for this domain. Yeah, let me start with a couple words about myself. I'm Artem. I do product management for more than 12 years. Now I act as CEO and co-founder of Camina, mental health marketplace for Spanish-speaking people. Before, I was doing product management work for Palta, company known for big health applications like Flow, Simple, and others. Before that, I was a chief product officer at Atlas Biomed. Folks from Russia and United Kingdom may know this company for genetic and microbiome tests and personal health system that we built on it. Also, sometimes I act as a product advisor and mentor. So first, I believe we need to define what product management is, because it's not about delivering code, not about delivering design, but it's about delivering product. So we can define product management from several perspectives. The formal way to define it is to define as a process of guiding a product from conception to market delivery with aligning of business needs with of customer needs with business goals and team resources, or it can be defined as process of making our customers happy in margin effective and hard to copy ways. Usually, we can say that product management is about three key directions: product discovery, product delivery, and some communications. In some ways, in some cases, it depends on the company and business domain. We can also consider growth product management, product leadership, and some B2C, B2B specifics as important part of product management. But today we will focus on product discovery, product delivery, and communications as like crucial parts of product management in any modern organization. I will go through each job and we'll highlight how we can use different AI tools for that. Let's start with discovery and with market and competitive analysis. So the product manager's job here is to understand what's going on the market, what landscape do we have, what competitors, segment size, and other different questions. So the very smart way how to do it nowadays is to use some smart engines like Perplexity to make initial research and deep dives. This tool will analyze like key links related to your request and to your need, and prepare some summarizing for about it. A very good life hack how to improve your results and get answers that not obvious is to ask Perplexity to use assumptions, calculation, and hypothesis to calculate some things that not like available and clear right now. So maybe you can see here that today we'll try to calculate size of the market for mental health mobile application targeted for Gen Z and millennials. We made several steps. First, we calculated different size of different language markets in the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and other countries using available resources and some average population numbers.
Yeah, John, I'm really sorry because we didn't calculate it. It will be too bright here, so
Yeah,
it can,
nobody's here.
it's not really seen. Can you elaborate a little more about what is depicted here? Because
Yeah.
I was trying to switch the contrasts like more, but it is the maximum that what I currently can realize. Because we can just we can wait 15 minutes. The sun will set. Yeah, but we will return. We will return to the set.
jokes.
Yeah, I think currently it is better just to to speak a little bit about what is written here. Did you really use Perplexity for the task of analyzing the
Market segments and market.
It's super interesting. Because people online can see it, guys, right? You are the only one currently who can see it.
Lucky ones.
Yes, so then you will be a little bit
I
bored,
can
maybe.
read from laptop different.
Yeah, let's
It will be much more convenient.
let's read it here
Um,
to explain what is happening.
yeah, so the idea was to calculate how many native English speakers worldwide with anxiety, and Perplexity used like average population numbers of Gen Z and millennials, like segment sizes, and use some calculations of average share of population with anxiety disorders. Then, based on these numbers, we calculated it together. Based on these numbers, we calculated total addressable market, serviceable addressable market, like some business and product market metrics that we can use to analyze should we go to this market or not. It's very useful in the initial phase of any product research to understand, like, should you think about it? Is it a reasonable idea and reasonable segment, or you should focus on some another idea and another customer segment? So this approach and this tool, Perplexity, can replace your internal or external market analyst, and that's bad news for them and great news for product managers. Okay.
One question. So the LLMs are trained from, I don't know, to a certain point, right? It doesn't give you current data, right?
Yeah. That's why just here to use Perplexity, not vanilla ChatGPT or some other tool, because Perplexity can search web and use the information, like real-time information.
So you like you think the same way, but not exactly.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
How can we be sure that the data is relevant? Because there may be different sources of same information.
Yeah, that's a good question. Perplexity provides all the links that it used to provide your answer, and you can double check everything several times.
Mhm.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, it's I believe so. It's cross-reference the link to the internet, like slightly less than
So that is from RAG, right?
Sorry?
RAG, RAG.
No. It's from web. I believe they used very good rugs.
But whatever you go out and query,
Yeah.
then you put that in RAG in your own. So whenever you sign up for Perplexity,
Yeah.
do you get your own RAG or is that a RAG?
No, it's just I just use web interface of Perplexity.
Okay.
It's,
whatever they give you.
imagine it's like a combination of Google and ChatGPT.
Right.
Yeah.
To get the kill here, Perplexity search engine. They are claiming they will replace Google, the search engine based on LLM. And for the scale, they recently get estimate for 3 billion, I believe so. It is like, so it is actually some people doesn't know about the startup, but they are pretty big and they are pretty big ambitions. So the estimation currently is $3 billion, which is like a lot. And they are one of the leaders of search. So they have a really good system. Nobody exactly knows what they have inside, but it probably pretty much status those things.
Yeah, the interesting thing here is that Perplexity, one of the few companies that OpenAI will compete with in a like few months or days. So they are ahead of the market. Listen forward. So next product job is user research, and product manager's goals here is to get information from users about their pains, their needs, behaviors, and basically product manager needs to understand their segment and build some empathy between product team and customer segments. I would suggest here to use ChatGPT. It knows very good this type of work as a co-pilot for your communications. It can help you with the preparation of scenarios. It's not on the screen. That's good because this illustration not so great. So yeah, you don't miss anything. ChatGPT works greatly as your co-pilot in preparations for the interview. It can help you with scenarios, with questions, with topics. Very good thing is that ChatGPT can give you recommendation where to find segment representatives in a cheap and fast way. For example, for me, it always suggests to go to Reddit, to some niche subreddits and find their respondents. Yeah, so you can shortcut in a great way here. During and after interviews, of course, you can do automatical transcription analysis to identify some patterns, similarities, highlights, and generate reports based on it. Not obvious, but one of my favorite use cases here is that you can create custom GPT trained on your users and segments data. It means that you can upload all the results from your interviews, you can upload transcriptions, you can upload persona descriptions, and then you can ask GPT to act like this persona and provide you answers to your questions. That's pretty cool. So you can basically create the average user. Yes, you can create silicon user. It will save you some time because it will answer quite good lots of questions related to the domain of your product. And also it will save you lots of time because you can share this silicon user with your team and save you like a lot of hours because your team members will go and discuss some things with your silicon users, not with you. Quite I believe. I personally love to use ChatGPT here with some custom GPTs, but there are few products that can give you biggest optimization and like keep all processes together, but only online folks who joined us can see the list of products. Lucky you. Feedback loops analysis is the next job. It's quite similar to the previous one. It's about getting permanent feedback from your customers from different sources. For example, if you have a mobile application, probably you will have dozens of reviews every week and month from Google Play, App Store, Trustpilot, other sources. You will have customer support tickets. You will have some B2B requests. So you will be like if you have a lot of sources of information and you can analyze them almost automatically nowadays. For example, if you will use Monterey AI, there is quite a big list of integrations here that are possible. Monterey AI or other tools will analyze them for you and provide you some cool things. For example, sentiment analysis, decompose into negative, neutral, or positive reviews will give you much more clear picture of your product health and direction than some pretty metrics like net promoter score or other customer satisfaction scores, because they are not super flexible, they are trackable, and basically they don't give any useful information.
Can I have a question? Is there already especially specialized services that which specialization is discovery feedback loops, so they can kind of work on this discovery?
Yes. For example, Monterey AI that I mentioned before.
So the main focus is making the discovery feedback.
Yes, getting tons of reviews, analyze them automatically, and gives you like overview of what's going on in terms of customer satisfaction, what categories of requests of reviews do you have, what customers love, what they do not love. And also these tools can convert them into tickets, for example, junior tickets and bad tickets for you, optimizing your workflow.
As they aggregate the information from the feedbacks, or they consider every feedback as one by one. I mean, can you also make the average user here and have the average user feedback or something? Or they,
Average user feedback.
yeah.
Well, I'm not sure that it's like useful thing for product manager, too much, of summarization.
I'm trying to figure out how deep they go into the product management, because this is actually something new for me. Because there are several interesting loops in the AI. For example, AI that can code another AI.
Mhm.
It is a potential way to artificial general intelligence and so on. And according to the services, this is another loop.
Yes.
Because the AI that discovers the products that is being created by another AI is also a potential very interesting destination for a stronger AI.
Yeah, that's true. I can imagine like, connection between Monterey and this application named Devin, right? Fully automated AI code developer.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that will create some infinite and deep products, but who knows where we will go with it.
Yeah, so the main point will be probably that fake users that are completely based on AI
We'll leave fake reviews and then we'll make fake backlogs based on it.
Guys, can I advertise our coffee a little bit? Jan today is not here, but they left a lot of cold brew for us. So if you want coffee, please use the. Okay. I don't know what to do with the sound, but it seems that most of it is can be seen. Okay, let's continue, and then the sound sets, and we will discuss it later.
Okay, we'll step back. Next thing in terms of discovery is analyzing of performance metrics. And with this job, product managers can understand real product health in terms of key metrics. For example, user retention, some conversion rates on user journey, find low-hanging fruits in terms of conversion rate optimization. So lucky product managers, they have really good integrated Amplitude or Google Studio or other analyst system. People in like startup products or not so advanced companies, sometimes they need to go into raw data and analyze it by themselves. And the good news is that with large language models, we can replace some data scientists and product analysts to do these jobs. So basically, as a product manager, all you need to do is to collect your data, collect product data by yourself or with your team, describe it by yourself or with GPT if it was like updated in a good way before you, and then you can do all the things that usually product analysts do. You can clear data sets, you can write SQL queries, you can create and run Python code. You just will need some environment for that. And you can create and modify query templates. So you don't need to understand data analysis in a great way to do all this stuff. All you need to do is to understand how to get data, what questions to ask. It's like the same with product analysis. And then you will need to interpret data. This is the hardest part of this task, but yeah, this is like the destiny of product managers. Vanilla ChatGPT works greatly here. Copilot works great as well. There are some interesting tools like deepnow.com that can help you like in a more fast way, I believe, because they have integrated language models and copilots into data analysis environment, but they need some technical workarounds related to data integration. So maybe it's not the fastest way. Maybe if you want to replace all your product analysts, you just need to start with ChatGPT, and yeah, that will be enough.
So, is it possible to write a whole SQL query just using prompt and ChatGPT without any knowledge of SQL?
Absolutely. Yes, I know a couple of examples of people who did this, and yes, they had very good results.
Okay, thank you.
So they don't know how to join tables, you know. That's still a magic for them, but all other things works greatly. Let's move forward. Yeah. Sam Altman, in one of the interviews, said that one of the best use cases of ChatGPT and large language models is a brainstorming partnership, and we will go into this direction a lot today. So, important part of any product job is to get insights and ideas from your team, how to improve the product. One of the best ways how to do it is to run brainstorms with the team. And ChatGPT, in some ways, of course, it can replace whole your team and do everything just by itself. But it can be a great preparation. Yeah, and it can act as a great preparation partner for any meeting. So, for example, you can upload all related data related to your product, description of the product, segment description, your product and business case, some customer journey insights, and then ask GPT to give you recommendations about features, what to implement to improve metrics that you need to improve. For example, here on the screenshot on the right, I asked about like how to increase number of active days. It was important. It was an important proxy metric for us a few years ago in a fasting application, and it generate very good ideas. I say very good because all these ideas were discussed within the team for weeks, months, or years. So yeah, we thought in the same way as ChatGPT. And then the point is that you can and probably should provide these recommendations and ideas from ChatGPT to your team, because it will help lazy members of any product squad to generate some more or less good ideas. It will show some baseline ideas. So yeah, people will have some good baseline for ideation and creation. I usually work it in the following way. I provide to the team customer journey map with some insights about user feelings, pains, emotions, and our business goals during this customer journey. Some conversion rates, if it's a live product, to understand like where we have these low-hanging fruits in terms of conversion rate optimization. And then first with the language model, then with the team, we generate ideas how to improve each step of the customer journey.
So, in what way or what format we should make this information to give it to LLM? Is it some special format, or we can give like raw data to it?
I always started with the raw data, like to with the raw data about product, my task, and like what resources do we have, and it's already good. If you will give more specific data about like results of previous experiments or previous launches, some information about your segments and what features they love and do not love, it will give you more clear and context specific answers. In the end, I believe if you will go this way, one day you will build custom GPT for your specific product that will know everything about it. That will be your like second brain, and it will help you instantly with all the preparations.
Thank you.
Yeah, Tom, can you tell me about how you put information about your product into custom GPT? Of course, it's not know-how. I mean, in what form? Just plain explanation. This is the application for helping.
Yeah, I don't have like super smart answer for this. I just upload dozens of text documents describing the product, previous results, some reports in the custom GPT.
So just in raw form, like everything that you have, and you just put it in.
Well, with some descriptions and annotations, of course. For example, imagine you just downloading, you have a new team member that you need to onboard into your process and into your team. And you, for example, downloading all the data from your Confluence or Notion for this team member. So the same process.
So you basically onboard the custom GPT into your product and it worked.
Yeah.
It can be only text or, for example, PowerPoint presentations and.
It was only about text before, but with the last release of GPT 4.0 or GPT 4 it understands greatly pictures, even EPUB's books. It understands, yeah. So no limits, I believe, right now, like digital data.
But if you can't just create a new account with him and say, go lock up yourself.
Yeah, they still need a human, at least for now. Another part related to brainstorming is defining vision. Vision is an important artifact in product manager's job because it helps you synchronize with your team, with stakeholders, about what and why you are doing and what is your strategic like directions and opportunities here. And actually, yeah, custom GPT can like eat all information about your products, about your segments, or maybe your ideas about future product that you want to build, and help you generate vision statement in different forms and ways. Great approach here, not for product management, but maybe for some startup development, is to use it for different cases. Like, for example, if you're a young startup and you want to apply to different venture studios, venture funds, and accelerators, you will be asked like hundreds of times to prepare product vision in 1 sentence, in 2 sentences, in 3, 5, and in like dozens of formats. And before, it was a painful job to prepare different like views of the vision, but now, yeah, you can do it super instant. Really helpful. Next thing is something in between of discovery and delivery is prototyping and experimenting. So product managers' job and responsibility here is to prepare and run experiments to decrease different types of risks. For example, you have usually we can consider 4 types of risks: desirability. Do our customers want the product that we are going to build? Feasibility: can we build the product that we want to build? Usability: will our customers understand how to use it? And viability: will anybody pay for this product? And nowadays there are like 50 or 60 types of experiments and prototypes that can be made, built, and launched to decrease such risks. And very good way, I believe, I hope that very good way here is to use GPT as your brainstorming partner for this case. For example, I built a special custom GPT named Protopilot that and uploaded into it ebooks related to product experiments and prototyping. Prototyping, the right mix, testing, business hypothesis, probably you know some of these names. And then I just asked the GPT, what should I do? What experiment should I launch in the context of my business task with team resources that I have and time frame that I have. It provides very good examples of experiments, and you can choose the right one and then do some experiment design. You also can use it. This QR code could work. I hope so, but
Definitely work for iPhones.
yeah, it works great on iPhones, on Android, not so good. Next part is about delivery tasks of product managers. I believe that in this field, current AI tools works not so great as in discovery, because delivery is very much about some context-specific things like your team resources, team expertise, and like previous tasks that you are done. But anyway, even here, for example, in prioritization and roadmapping, AI can help you with setting right objectives and timelines. We discussed before that AI tools can help you with backlog preparation based on user feedback and feedback loops. So you can use it here for baseline of backlog for some future iterations. If you're preparing brand new product, you can make initial draft of any roadmap. Like you can create perfect roadmap without any limitations with ChatGPT. It knows greatly how to develop and ship product. Then you can refine it and reprioritize by your comments or by yourself. And then very important task, very important part of the process that you don't have not to miss is to run final estimation and prioritization with the team and stakeholders. Do not go into like production and to sprints with AI prepared backlogs and roadmaps. It's like that end.
It depends on how adequate is your team and people. We will discuss it with some attention.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. If they don't care either, then you can do it. If you're trying,
You can play that.
yeah. But if you want to build a product, then probably.
Next is like delivery is preparation of specification and specifications and product requirement documents. So here again, large language, because it's about text documents, large language models can help you in a great way to optimize this process. So you can use vanilla GPT, or you can use some fancy product tools, right? Like writemyprd.com. You can see the screenshot on the right. And it's just wrapped GPT, to be honest, in some fancy interface. But anyway, you can upload some of your notes, screenshots, details into GPT and ask it to prepare the product requirements document and specification. That sounds simple, and there are couple of interesting use cases that can be added here. First one is that you can upload all the interfaces, all the specifications that you have in the custom GPT and provide it to your developers. They will ask a lot of questions about logic, about some tricky things, and GPT will find answers for them and for you. That's good. You can translate it instantly into other languages. That's obvious. And interesting thing is that you can upload your specification, your screenshot in the vanilla GPT, and then you can ask it to find gaps and mistakes in the specification. It's quite good because it lets you prepare very good and correct specification on the first try. without, this game with developers. When they ask question, you go and rewrite your PRD and then you provide it again and like dozens of times for such circles. Yeah, unfortunately, there is no AI tool or approach that will solve the biggest pain of product managers here. And it's about when your developers do not read specifications, they just use design mockups or their imagination to write product code. No solution for that yet. AI developers will solve it.
I also thought about it while you were speaking, and did you try to like also add the description of your engineering team and then ask the custom GPT to generate like five various push-up notifications you can send to developers sequentially, blaming them for not doing something, so also to motivate them to finally read the PLD and maybe it can work actually.
Yeah, it can work.
In raw form, potentially it can provide.
It's easier, but if this will work, what product managers will do?
Like everyone, they do. Kick the box and look at the screen.
Nice.
But it can work. With the communication, it is basically you can build a translator from product manager language to developer language with all the jokes about the development skills.
Yeah, sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
You're right. So next thing is UX UI design, and on the screenshot you can see here, even with this slide, you can see how UI is up to UI. Try to create UI design based on my UX mockup. So yeah, it looks quite tricky, to be honest, and there is no good solutions with UI AI generated design yet. But with UX design, with preparing text or visual description of the logic that you want to implement, maybe with some wireframes and gray pictures, it can help you in a great way. It can help you generate customer journeys based on your idea, features, segments, and previous feature launches. My favorite part is that it can help you with draft content for mockups. This is the thing that I hate the most in my job, to write like different draft content parts, and yeah, it can help with it with UX and product copy. So I'm not sure about UX writers' destiny, to be honest. It's quite folly for me at this point. Last part about delivery is some go-to-market things that you need as a product manager. You need to prepare for like cross-functional departments and other teams before the launch of the product. And again, as it's about text on different languages, you can just upload your screenshots, your specifications, and some descriptions, and ask to prepare relevant content, for example, for App Store, Google Play, for customer support team, business development teams, with like zero effort from your side. You just need to go to some meetings and present these materials. So very great optimization. Last, yeah.
On that previous slide, what would the custom GPT?
No, it was just regular GPT. What is this about? Yeah. Yeah, I just uploaded some big feature description that we were preparing for this newsletter for our partners about what they can expect in this product update. Last part is about communications. So product managers need to communicate a lot, really a lot, with different people to keep everybody connected and aligned. Product managers need to communicate with their team, with stakeholders, with cross-functional teams, to let things happen. And there are a few things that can help you here. You can use some AI companions for your Zoom or Google Hangouts account to summarize all the results. You can use LLMs for agenda preparations, and good trick that I found recently that you can like run all your meeting follow-ups and notes with a like simple prompt about summarization and some product related suggestions and ideas, and you will have automatical like if you will go for several meetings per week, you will have dozens of ideas what to do next, what hypothesis to test, and like what ideas to discuss with your team members. So yeah, very good utilization in terms of like understanding what results of the meeting you should use and shouldn't use. Stakeholder management is a very sensitive job for product managers because you need, if you're a product manager, you need to get buy-ins from stakeholders for your ideas, features. You always need more resources. Here, models can help you first with the argumentation for upcoming meetings and some discussions that you have. With last updates, it can help you with your text tone of voice, with your even mimics, with your tone of your real voice, not text voice, some emotions, because, for example, GPT-4o can read not only text but also photos of you and audio recordings, and give insights how to improve and change it to be, for example, to look more solid, or to correct some emotions that you don't want your stakeholders to read. And of course, reports, presentations can be done really fast. Couple of bonus slides, some tricks that I used last year. First one is about legal research. As product manager, you quite often need to go to legal team for some tasks, for example, analyze compliance, analyze your regulatory limitations, write some documents. With ChatGPT, you can do initial research really fast. You can prepare some drafts of terms of privacy of other documents really fast, and it will save you and your company lots of time and money for next legal tasks, because these folks are really expensive in any country. And one life hack that I found here is that you can upload your competitors' terms and conditions and other documents into GPT, ask it to summarize, to analyze and summarize, then to compare. And for example, and you will find some, if you're lucky, you will find some gaps in their product strategy, in their segments that you can use for your product. For example, you can see here summarization of terms and conditions of 2 Spanish mental health marketplaces that we analyzed last year, and we found that based on only on terms, we found that nobody from our competitors, nobody provides services for children and teenagers, and it's a big segment nowadays with a big demand for mental health services, because they are aware about mental health and they are very anxious about it and about worldwide around. And it gave us some insights that we can go into this direction, to this segment, because nobody else do it. One of last things, I promise. Important part of product manager's job is to be a good product and team leader, and always know what to do, why to do, and be able to describe it to your team, to stakeholders, to other teams. But sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes you just want to close your laptop and stop doing what you're doing and maybe change your job. In such cases, If you feel anxious, if you feel like a small panic attack and don't know what to do, you can always describe your case, your current situation to ChatGPT and use it as like coach for you, ad hoc product coach that can give you advice what to do right now, what not to do right now. Maybe you will not follow all the advices, but it will be a good baseline to make a really good decision. Yeah, build as much custom GPTs as possible for your different projects, for business models, domains, because it will help you make right decisions really fast. And yeah, test GPT and other tools for new cases in your work. Don't be like math teachers on this picture. There are several things that I do not recommend to do with AI. Mostly it's about, yeah, first of all, do first steps in product discovery, delivery, and communications by yourself without any AI, because it's important to do like this first manual part and like increase your hands-on possibilities. Do not delegate to ChatGPT direct communications with your customers, because this is the only way to build empathy and understand them. With empathy, you can expect from yourself very good and strong gut feeling and product sense. You can expect from yourself, not from AI, some elite moment. Do not delegate strategy, product strategy creation, because it depends a lot on the like your understanding of current market landscape, of the team strengths and weaknesses, and like opportunities that you have right now on the market. And future implementation estimation. No AI do it in a good way. They always over optimistic or over pessimistic. Only your engineers in your team will do future implementation estimation in a good way. But yeah. No, I understand that. There are some things that I suggest to read and discover if you want to like increase AI implementation into your work, specifically in the product management work. Lenny Rachinsky newsletter is a good source of modern product management trends. Go Praxis folks recently launched a new, really small simulator about Gen AI for product managers. Andrew Karpathy, every podcast, and Andrew courses, very good options to discover how it works technically. And Chief AI newsletter is a strange new source of cool things that I found. This newsletter is about new investments and updates in AI product landscape. So you can, by following it, you can discover in a simple way what's going on in the market, in what business models and applications of AI investors believe, and like what products will be launched really soon. Cool. Yeah, this is it for today. Thank you. I hope it was more or less insightful and interesting for you.
So I have a question. Which did you ChatGPT to write the presentation as well?
Maybe I asked ChatGPT to read it and correct the mistakes and errors, of course.
Very good.
Could you please tell a little bit more about custom GPT? It's not only about divided chats for different tasks that is using context of this chat. It's something more?
Yes. So basically, it's about making custom instructions. You actually, if you want to do custom GPT, you will write specific instructions for this GPT. You can upload specific files, and it will use it. It will be like a small rack for this GPT, and it will use it firstly for your any request. So it will be your like specific domain or product expert.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, you can play with this. You can play with this protopilot, the GPT created for prototyping and product experiments to test it. Just ask it to write the good life hack is you can always use, you can start any conversation with any GPT by asking it to send you its system prompt. So you will see like what instructions developers uploaded into it. Yeah.
Is it possible to get the presentation?
Of course, yeah, we will share it. And the video will also share, of course.
Looks like it's the only way to share with you all the screenshots.
Oh, yes.
That I prepared.
Yeah. No, I find a solution. You can just join the presentation from your phone, and then you will see everything.
Mixed reality.
In mixed reality, yeah, yes. Basically working in metaverse, yeah.
Even here, it's very interesting. Thank you very much. I was wondering, was there anything that you anticipated to work good with GPT, but it's failed, and you failed to achieve any meaningful results with this?
Before I discovered Perplexity, this web search smart engine, I was trying to ask GPT for some calculation and assumptions for different market segments, and it worked really badly. Yeah, so I'm happy that there is Perplexity now on the market. I'm not sure. I mean, there are some cases, for some use cases that work.
Okay, basically, I'm happy with now.
Yeah. No. Anything related to delivery, backlog prioritization, backlog estimation, backlog decomposition, works not so good. Only feature descriptions, like ticket explanations, tickets creation based on code or customer requests work great, good, but all stuff related to playing, road mapping and prioritization, not so good yet. And I didn't find any good Jira plugin or some standalone solution that can help with it. But I believe it will happen one day because lots of developers, lots of product managers are excited about AI and they will try to build something.
Yeah, thanks. Question?
Yeah.
Thanks for the presentation. It was really good. I was wondering, because at the end you reinforced this message of not having the eureka moments too much. Like, but you also repeated when you said that the ideas of product features were mostly something that you were thinking already with your teams for like months or maybe years. I was wondering where and what in your experience was the closest to this eureka moment, or like the biggest like step forward in what particular area? Because in most of them, it seems like you can kind of outsource something that you do on autopilot. But is there any particular area where you see it being like an enhancement, like a true partner, an extension of your brain that makes your like output better, or like really gives you good insights that you didn't think of? Or sort of like.
Yeah, good question. I believe the problem here is that as large language models, they learn on the ideas and text that already exists. It's impossible to expect something brand new from them, right? So we need to create it by ourselves and then provide it to them. Or we can wait for AGI, and it will provide us a lot of every moments.
Feels like you're quite pleased about using AI in product management. How did you feel the change in last 4 or 6 months? 4 or 6 months ago, how did you feel about this?
Well, last several months, I was acting as a startup founder mostly, and this role teach me about product management more than anything before, to be honest. And I found that in very big list of cases and product related tasks, I can do it without user research team, without product analyst team. I can do it by myself as a product leader. And this is, I believe, the most exciting part, that AI will not replace product managers, but it will help us do tasks of other roles by ourselves, even writing code. Yeah, it's already possible. So this is like the most cool thing, I believe.
I have one question, on the, regarding privacy. What do you think about privacy in AI? Because everything that you are interacting with is open to other people, right? Especially the companies that
Mhm.
handle service.
Mhm,
So what is
mhm.
your thinking around that?
It's a good question. Well, to be honest, personally, I'm not afraid about sharing some data about business for myself or products that I work on with PT or other models, because there are hundreds and thousands of the team that do the same. And I'm not sure that my ideas are super interesting and such cool that, yeah, that's right. But I believe that benefits are better than potential loss, you know, from using or not using it in a like wide list of cases. So um, I believe that I can share anything I want with AI, and I'm just curious what results will I have.
But what about, for example, the code? I heard that in some companies they already have restrictions for the developers to share the code, because it's not only ideas and text information. It's
Mhm.
like something like commercial and confidential stuff.
Well, for such companies, OpenAI and Copilot, they have a special pricing that provides them very limited models that will not share any information outside. And as far as I know, Microsoft Azure, if you use LLMs in this environment, it will be strictly like restricted to share any data from itself, from this environment. So there are solutions if your internal rules or your beliefs do not let you share everything with ChatGPT or other tools. You will just pay more.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, Azure has hosted OpenAI models, and AWS has hosted Claude 3, which is like almost the So you can go to Amazon Bedrock if you're using AWS and do Claude 3 code from there. This is actually what I did when I wanted to go from shitty wireframes to code. But I didn't want to share my shitty wireframe. So I went to AWS Bedrock, which we already had access to, and just put the mockups there, and they gave me perfect stable code, which is perfect okay, you know.
Yeah, for creative HTML.
Yeah, and there is I don't know if you heard about this product called Anything LLM, but that allows you the ability to do for you to have your own model running even in your computer. So there is a lot of options now where you can actually run your own without having a service like AWS, Google, or Azure. So you can actually post it yourself. So that's something, I mean, it's moving really fast, but those are options now available. So
Yeah.
for anyone that is interested in privacy, that's an option.
You know, yeah, that sounds good. But yesterday, Microsoft, they announced new laptops with special processors, right? And special models that will run on your device and will remember everything that you did on your laptop. So it will be quite good in terms of processing. But on the other hand,
It's always gonna be a cat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, can I add about the privacy? Because speaking about the Perplexity, they will probably provide some options when you can do it in some way privately, and probably they will do it also with the local models somehow, that either in your browser, in the standalone application, you can search among your own data without sharing it, because this is their like core market. Most normal people doesn't know about it, but there exists like 80 different platform for private search engines. Like for when Bloomberg or McKinsey or somebody wanted to search information, they are not using Google. They're using their own system that search the internet and analyze it and so on. And there are even private search engine software engine optimization. There's a profession for optimizing. So you kind of drop something into the attention of Bloomberg because you optimize for this. And I'm more than sure that Perplexity engine will work on this field. So it means we will probably have our personal search engine pretty soon with all the LLM capabilities from them. Something like that probably will happen. Sorry, yeah, somebody.
Yeah, one more question. As an experienced product manager, what do you think about building products based on AI? If there any like any product manager should try to find some way to use AI in their products, or it's just like something like a hype and fashionable thing, and you should ignore it, or what should you use to make this decision correctly as a product manager?
You mean implement some AI tools into the product for your customers? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. And sort of a boring answer. No, I mean, all products soon will be like AI-based products, right? As we have cloud-based infrastructure, web interfaces, and almost all the products soon will have some AI functions. The question here is that from my experience, the key question is your customer segment AI native or not? Because if you work with like tech audience, they probably already use ChatGPT, and you cannot surprise them by implementing another chatbot into your application, right? But if you, for example, this is the case that I found 1.5 years ago. If you work, for example, with elderly audience, for example, with people 40, 50 plus years old who are not digital natives and they have normal lives, they have children, normal work, you can make a very big wow effect for them if you will implement ChatGPT that knows their profiles, that knows their history, and can provide them relevant answers in your product. We made this thing in Simple. Simple is mobile application targeted for people with overweight on American market. So our user persona was people 40 years old with children and big issues with health and nutrition. And for them, AI chatbot into the mobile application that knows their food logs and can recommend them correct fasting protocols or correct meals, correct recipes, and some nutrition recommendation. It was a wow feature. But not all the products should go this way.
Okay, so thank you again, Tom. It was really great talk. And sorry for the slide, but I think everyone understand everything. Anyway, you can always watch the video and then all the slides will work. Yeah. So what did you forget to tell? Can I take a mic for a second and add a little bit about the product management? Because give me a second, I will figure out how to make it correct here. Yeah, like this. Yeah, because you see the connection between product management and AI, and this is something I actually want to discuss with you because you're working with the field. Nobody knows where we are going into the AI, how the development of the future will happen. And a lot of people think that you basically don't have a developer. You only have the product manager, the person who decide how product will look like, and then command to AI to create this product. And for me, it is also the most possible scenario because the product is the thing that we humans understand, because it is about actually providing value for other humans. And creating this product is a skill, it is a noble skill, but the same as playing chess, like which is a great achievement of mind when you play chess currently, but machines do it better. Just because the rules of the game is simpler for machines than for us, and actually programming, developing coding is also something that machine probably do better than us because it is a formal language. We created it. It is like ancient Japanese martial arts. It is some non-standard way of using our bodies and minds that we compete in and show each other that we are super cool masters of karate, but because the automatic gun is more efficient than karate. And the same way probably will happen with developers because you can be a very good developer. You can make a super cool Olympiad style code in Python, but well, machine can make it more optimal in nanoseconds. And it is like sport that is competition between humans. But the product management, the actual creating the product or understanding what is needed from the our audience and so on is something very human to do. It's something that we cannot replace. What do you think about it? What do you think I'm right? Or as a person who actually working in product management, you have heard different opinions?
Well, I see at least two answers here. First, there is a mobile application that I'm trying to build with ChatGPT. A couple of screenshots about it, and ChatGPT created a beautiful code, very clear, very understandable, but it doesn't work. Sometimes it even works. The problem is that ChatGPT cannot implement amplitude events into the application because these folks change their SDK at least 2 times per quarter. It just doesn't work. I believe it will be solved one day, definitely.
Yeah, the
But now-
current level is not. We are not there. We are not
Yeah,
there.
we're not there. But yeah, one day product managers will do the right prompt and will get the production ready application, of course. Another thing is that I believe that product managers needs to build empathy with their clients and segments to understand what to build and ship for them next. Again, in how to make them happy in margin effective and hard to copy ways, right? It's not a clear task. But when machines will be able to achieve it,
Well, the question about whether machines can achieve empathy is a current scandal between Scarlett Johansson and OpenAI. But whether it can be like really empathic, like in the movie Sure, or it actually cannot. It actually cannot understand how user works.
I see. In some ways, machines can be more empathic than human because it can see unseen trends by your mimics, by your transactions with the laptop keyboard. It can understand your mental health condition, your current mood, your emotions, and personalize some experience for you.
But
Web experience, video games, VR, AR, in the way that no human can do it.
well, yeah, here I agree with you because as my personal background, I was working with analyzing the user data and user experience, and yeah, Facebook knows you probably better than your friends. And it's, it doesn't tell you that, so you will not be upset. Yeah, but it probably knows you better than your friends. But the question is whether it can convert this knowledge into like essential user journey, essential products, because this is our human thing to do. We kind of, for every product that AI can create, we will create a small AI to create such products and then try to improve this product into something. Or there is no way of going forward ahead of AI in this. What do you think?
I think that the answer here is already on production. One of the most popular B2C Gen AI applications is virtual girlfriends and boyfriends, right? And people have real feelings for them, real connection.
Yeah. It was when I was like in 2010, I was thinking about building the AI teacher that is like deeper and more interesting than people who surround the particular children into the like into some dark towns in dark Russia. Yeah, there are places in Russia when actually in Russia there are places when AI on the level of 2010 was more empathic than people down there.
That's true.
Yeah. So the possibility for edutech were pretty great, but it converted into some strange form. Yeah, that currently we just have some entities that which main purpose is to be empathic, but after that is to sell you something, to not to teach you, spread the knowledge, and so just the question of who owns this entities. So you mean that potentially AI can create the user discovery, the product discovery, all this? Think it's possible? And how long do we have before this happens? What's your English?
I think that in some simple use cases and some simple products, it's already possible, like without, for example, if you for some reason you want to build new social network in 2024, AI can do all the discovery phases by itself with your target segments and define some features need to be implemented. There will be no every moment again, but it will cover these customer segments needs 100%.
Mhm.
And I hope that to build something brand new, we still will need product managers at least for a few years.
Okay, so we have viewers. Sounds good. Yeah.
One question for you. Let's talk about the relationship between product manager, product designer, dev lead, product marketing. Obviously, we're talking about optimizing the work that we do today. In the future, it will be different. How it's going to be, we all probably have a different mentality. If it's product manager will lead versus other people. What do you think about that relationship between a couple of different personas in the companies? Do we even need all of them in the future? What will change in your mind?
Well, I believe that this conception of AI departments will be live soon. A lot of B2B companies work on this. For example, you will have financial department full of AI agents. You will have financial manager, financial guys who do the financial tasks, and you will have some kind of AI supervisor who will review all the process and give some recommendations about the pipeline that they follow. So you will have this system of AI agents that increase their quality of work and results with every circle, with every iteration. I'm not sure what departments will be replaced with such AI solutions, like on the first phase, and what department will have some more time, but definitely it will happen. Unfortunately, I don't have prognosis like how it will happen exactly and in what order, but it will happen.
Yes, but anyway, I want to answer your question. Every time I hear X is not, or X is for people, X is still for people. Every time I hear this, I'm skeptical because there are so many things, so many X's that AI is better. We got music, poetry, and so on. So I really doubt there will be something left for only humans.
Well, The worst case scenario, the AI will do all the job, and we will just later on the beaches of Barcelona. So this kind of. We are in the right place. We are in the right place, and we already have a concept of Tranquila. So it was, we are basically defended from the AI revolution. It says. Okay, so guys, thank you for coming. Artem, thank you again for a great talk. That was really good. In 2 weeks, we will have a little unscheduled event. I will speak about the AI in e-com. We will make the announcement in the meetup group. Also check out our AI Alchemy landing page and our Telegram chat for support of creators. They're currently slightly silent, but we hope that people will go join, ask questions, and so on. We answer on all languages of Catalonia, and recently we also started the Greek chat, and the Serbian is on the go. So join us in, and Artem, thank you very much again.